Hi there, my name is Grant Melby, and I am excited that you've taken an interest in this course and really want to learn more about your couponing guide and how it's like printing your own money. There's a lot of exciting and phenomenal stuff that we're going to go over in this particular course that is going to allow you to stretch your dollar a whole lot further and in some instances even put money in your pocket after doing all your grocery shopping. Now, whether you're someone who has a solid bit of knowledge as far as couponing goes, or you've got just a base knowledge, or maybe you don't know anything about it at all, you're just absolutely fascinated, there's going to be something in this course for you. One little takeaway implemented properly can put hundreds, if not thousands of dollars back in your pocket. So I'm excited for you to be able to take this information and really run with it. It doesn't matter if you're doing this just for yourself, or maybe you've got a family you want to provide for, or heck, maybe you want to go a step further and provide for an entire community. Wherever you are, whatever it is that you're doing, you're going to be able to take all the concepts we talk about here and blow them up or shrink them down to whatever scale fits you the absolute best. Now, maybe in the past you've seen a variety of different things about couponing and thought, I don't have the time. It takes 8 hours a day to be able to do this properly. Or maybe you say, there's just no coupons for the things that I purchase. Maybe you just think, I have no idea where to begin and I just can't comprehend all the complicated things that go into this. I completely understand. I want you to take a deep breath and know that it is totally okay. This course is meant to help you get the maximum amount out of it with utilizing the smallest amount of time, meaning I want you to save as much money as humanly possible without having to put a ton of time in every single week as you're going through your couponing experience. So, that being said, what does this course actually look like? What are some of the things that we're going to cover and how are they going to impact you the absolute most? We're going to start with a section that's basically more or less for the misconceptions about couponing. There's a lot of things that people think that just aren't true, or maybe their facts have been slightly distorted. Whatever the case is, I want to start with making sure you understand what it really means to coupon and why, so that once you have that paradigm shift, once you look at it differently, you're able to absorb more of the information and you're actually able to apply it in ways that are going to make a big difference for you. So that first section is just going over some of those common misconceptions and busting those coupon myths, if you will. From there, we're actually going to talk about how the heck do we find coupons? Many people say, well, newspapers, and that's absolutely true, but that is just one tiny piece of the puzzle, the tip of the iceberg, if you will. There are so many other ways and other places to find coupons other than just newspapers that it will blow your mind. I do a lot of couponing. I've used these practices myself to save thousands upon thousands of dollars. I do some with coupons from newspapers, but not a lot. There are other ways that I prefer much better. And we're going to go over that too, so you can figure out what works best for you and your situation. Once we've gone over where we can find all these different coupons and things of that nature, we're going to take it a step further and we're going to talk about the ways to maximize your coupons. You're going to talk about how to stack coupons using multiple coupons in one transaction. We're going to talk about doubling coupons. We're going to use some practical examples and all of that stuff. Now, you may not be familiar with some of the terminology that I discussed, so we're also going to have a section that's going to be about that coupon lingo. Truthfully, as you get into this and you start talking to a lot of people, getting to know a lot of people and things like that in the couponing world, there's going to be times that it seems like it's a foreign language. There's so many acronyms and there's so many little shorthand ways of doing things that it can seem a little overwhelming. You're going to get a base understanding of some of the most common ones, but we're also going to factor in a cheat sheet so you can go through and reference this at any point in time. That way, whether you're looking at a store ad or you're talking to another couponer, you know exactly what they're saying and you're getting the absolute most out of it as quickly as humanly possible, because that's what it's all about. And from there, once we really understand, okay, where can we use coupons to get the most out of them? How can we find these coupons? What's the lingo? All that good stuff. There's going to be a whole section on some of the tips and tricks. These are things that I have specifically learned, little things that you might not find in common places that will make the process a whole heck of a lot easier. These tips and tricks range from the entire range of the spectrum, so you're going to want to make sure you visit that periodically because you might forget something. You rewatch this course again, you might pick up that one little thing that saves you even more money. On top of saving money though, we're going to have another section that's about getting money back, because there's more than one aspect to couponing. There's the money you save on the front end, which is absolutely phenomenal. But there are a number of other resources that will actually give you a lot of the money that you spend back. In some instances, even more than you spent back. We're going to go over some of those tools and figure out how do I get as much money out of this as humanly possible. I've gone on grocery shopping trips, and I'll give you a few examples where I've walked away making money and still done all of my shopping. So that's going to be a whole other section, how to get money and some of the resources that you can utilize there, because there's more than one aspect as well. We are going to have another section about what not to do. Some of these things are legality aspects of coupons that people may not realize. Some of them are just ethical aspects of couponing. That's going to be an entire section in and of itself, just so you have a good understanding of that. And then we're also going to make sure we go over the final part, which is about giving back, because this should be far more than just for you or your family. There are so many different ways that you can provide to people in need, and couponing is a great way to give to those people without having to dramatically affect your financial situation. And we're going to talk about how to do it on a small scale. We're going to talk about how to do it on a big scale. And that is the one thing that I do ask from you throughout this course. If you get some really valuable information, please share it with someone. There are a lot of people out there who need this information and they just don't know where to get it. Maybe they're a new spouse or something and they're wanting to start to provide for a family. Maybe they've got a kid on the way and they need to figure out how to coupon for more than just groceries, but things like diapers and wipes and things of that nature. Maybe you want to be able to give to our armed forces, or you want to be able to provide to other people in your community. Whatever it is, whoever it is that's important to you, homeless shelters, domestic violence shelters, there are so many ways that you can give back. And I hope that you take this information and apply it in ways that you can give back to others, but also teach it. And there's going to be a section for that too. So, lots of information to go over. I'm really excited that we can actually jump into this and go ahead and get started. So, I'll see you in the very first video where we bust some of those misconceptions about coupons and start to change your paradigm and the way you see it. Look forward to talking to you then.